God, that is hot. I don't want the internet to bully me anymore. I just want a wide receiver. And he's gonna run it deep out of the end zone here. And he breaks free! They beat the Dallas Cowboys! You were twerking in my lighthouse. Dirty one.
Jimmy just stepped out. He stepped out the back of the end zone. He threw a pick. Oh my God.
He still messed it up.
Oh, we still here.
It's caught! It's a touchdown! Cart!
Please not Jefferson, please.
No! Yes! And there's cars everywhere! It is so bright. We raised $500,000. We have hit 400K! Half a freaking million people! Touchdown! Jordan Love and Christian Watson!
It's frickin' frackin' time.
Grossi Posse Packast! Nation, welcome to an episode of Packast, a podcast where you don't head to Pakistan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. It's freaking frackin' Friday Night Grossi. Let's go, baby. We are here. We here, baby. Cubs, welcome. Coco with a fiver. It's Friday. You know what that means, baby. Not just any Friday. Friday the 13th. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting real spooky up in her. Hope we're all doing well. Apologies for the delayed stream. Wanted to get out that video. Recorded a couple videos today. Wanted to make sure. Got one coming out tomorrow where I'm going to be talking about the 5 worst teams in the NFL. And then I've been wanting to do this video and I had to talk to Perna. So we're rocking, baby. We're rocking. Hope we are doing well. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the video. Good. I'm glad. I am glad. Oh my God. It's been a week. It has been a week. So, yep, Lions fan, yeah. It is a competitive list. And number 1 may shock you. Potentially. How many hours a day do I record? Completely depends on the day. I mean, what was it, Sunday? I streamed for over 10 hours, so it all depends. It depends on the day. Well, long time. Yeah, we're usually, what was it, Monday? Monday I worked a 16-hour day. And then Tuesday was like another 12, I think. So, yeah. Eagles or Jets, what's your opinion? It's Eagles. It's Eagles all the way. It's Eagles all the way. Even if their Eagles are missing people, it's Eagles. It is. I would be shocked. If the Eagles lost that game. But we'll see. You never know. Funky! What if I were chatting a bit about the fact that no one is going to be able to beat the 49ers yesterday? Yep, non sequitur. Got some good Gatto photos this evening. Let's go! Always loving on the Gattos. Yeah, I don't know who they lose to. Again, the Bengals will put up a fight. You know, there's some tough games coming down, but I don't know. Jonathan, you're going to go see Killers of the Flower Moon. I really want to, so it's just going to be a matter of, do I have time? And it's also like a 3.5-hour movie, so I'm going to attempt. Tom with a fire. Frauds. Dolphins going to destroy KC in Germany. Also great vids all week. Cheers, Tom. Ooh, we'll see. Adrian Fire, hope you're having a great day. Love that last video. Let's go. Hell yeah. Rocking on that video, baby. I know there's a Ring of Fire eclipse. I saw that while I was perusing. Colts, they're good. Anthony Richardson being hurt sucks, but they have a solid defense. And like, if Zach Moss can continue to look good and Jonathan Taylor can return back to form, yeah, they have a chance to win the division. Bucks and Lions. I think the Buccaneers will lose that game. I just think Lions are, even if they're banged up, I think they got a good shot. Raven with Turbank for disappointment in London this week. Jacob Turr, I'm a Pats fan, and my team is very bad. Listen, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Robert, wait up, Fitty! Boop! For the kitty. I wonder why it's not red. It's usually red. My donation for all the great work you do. Robert, I appreciate you. I didn't expect that. It was orange. It was weird. It was weird. But Robert, thank you, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Rockin'. And we got our first boop of the evening. Thank you, Robert. Hope you're doing well. Adrian, it's okay, Tom. The Packers can't hurt you this week. Damn right they can't. Kimberly, with a fire, I was at a Sting concert last night, so I missed the stream. Did Caperna completely lose his mind, or does he find out the final stage of grief? Yeah, no, the acceptance is there. It's there. It's just he wanted the game to end with some dignity, and then it ended the way that it did with a turnover, and so no dignity here. None of that. None of that. John, if we have a top 10 pick at the end of the year, do you think we should trade down and get more picks or take a player? It depends. Is Jordan Love like our guy? If Jordan Love's our guy, then it depends on who's available. You know, if it's like the deep QB class and, you know, someone's trying to trade up to get a QB, yeah, absolutely. Then you sell that pick. But other than that, yeah, I think you pick there. Just, again, it depends on who's there. Adrian, welcome to the posse. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. But yeah, what's going to happen with JT? What do you mean what's going to happen with JT? He already signed an extension. He signed an extension with the Colts. He's going to be there for the next few years. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to. Ravens should be better. I think it's going to be a tough game, though, against the Titans. It's going to be tough. Joshua, 10 history teacher question. Oops, then it went down. Is what happened in the Middle East a natural evolution of the end of World War II? Ooh. Well, that's a loaded question. To answer your question, did decolonization help? And the fact that, you know, in this case, like the British were just like, all right, bye. Because you will see that not only was there problems, you know, currently in the Middle East, but there was problems all over the place because of where like Western powers were. So yes, decolonization is absolutely, and like the process of that, which was done so poorly, definitely led to upheaval in that area. On top of that, I mean, you could go back to like the formation of those two religions too, and also look at that. There's so much nuance that's there, which there's like too much to that's why it's such a problem today too, right? Because people are like, oh, well, what's going on? What's going on right now in Israel and Palestine? Like, what's going on? And you just get like, there's no like one sentence answer that's going to solve all of that. The real answer is if you want to go way, way back and talk about the formation of the religions and like the butting of heads that are happening there, or you could go back to the end of World War II and talk about when, you know, that also began and talk about the actual land dispute. So yeah, it's a mess all the way around. So, ABL, we do have a Discord for YouTube members and Patreon members. Justin, Fire Tom update. Got an offer today. It'll be better than my old job. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Justin. I told you, just keep the faith, baby. Keep the faith. That's it. Just gotta keep on grinding. Keep on grinding. Let's go, Justin. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Congrats. And you get a higher paying job? Let's go. Funky Tour, got to post sent on Twitter. They're pretty great. Hell yeah. Let's go, Funky. Ghost Tour, what's going on? How we doing? You going to any games this weekend? Ravens Tour, I'll trade Odell for Aaron Jones. What do you say? No, thank you. No, thank you. Sheer to fire, entertaining. Bills winning AFC. When you calling in McAfee? I mean, I think that's a Pat McAfee question. Pat McAfee's over on ESPN now, so I don't know, man. Kate with a fiver. Just really need that laugh in the vid. Just found out my friend passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Kate. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful. I hope. Jesus, that's so sudden too. Jesus, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope, good God, just thoughts with you and the family. Jeez. Oof. I love those people, babe. Gotta love those people you love. Stern with a fire. Playing the 49ers Sunday feels like my dad coming up the steps, snapping his belt after I scratched the car. Yeah, Stern, it's probably not going to go well. It's probably not going to go well. But at least you know. Justin with Tour, 2 out of 2, also sent an application to the FBI today. Ooh, fun fact. Here's your fun fact of the day. Tom Grossi was almost an FBI agent. It's a true story. Because when I was getting out of high school, one of the colleges that I wanted to go to was University of New Haven for their forensic science program, which was with Dr. Henry Lee. And the FBI literally would like pull forensic science, like scientists from like that course, because you're working with like literally the best forensic scientists in the world. So I wound up not, obviously. Joseph Terry, Tom, you think Jared Goff's top 5 QB? No. Top 10, top 15, you can start making arguments. Misty with a 5er saying, happy Friday, Tom. What Packers season has been equivalent to the current Broncos? Ooh. Might be that one where McCarthy got fired. Might be that one. Because, like, coaching was bad, just everything was bad. It might be that one. We lost to the Cardinals and they fired him right after that. Adrian! Thanks for gifting 10 memberships. I appreciate you. Brand new members, head over to the community tab. Join the Discord. Just got to scroll down a tiny bit. Rock and roll, baby. Mitra Terra, hey, Tom. Start my first week of teacher observations next week. Also going to teach history. Hell yeah. Best advice for new training teachers. Again, the number one thing is you got to go in there and you got to earn those kids' respect. You do. And it's going to be difficult. You know, and you got a lot of, like, the old ways of how I was taught to be a teacher, which I never followed. They're like, you have to be a complete a-hole. Like, you have to be a complete a-hole in the beginning in terms of, like, just be, like, super strict, super stern. You figure it out as you go. I never took that route. And it was kind of just like, hey, like, this is like a really fun class unless, like, you make it not fun. Like, that's it. So, but you had to earn their respect. You can't just walk in and be like, I'm the teacher, you respect me, because that's not the way things work anymore. And just show them that you're there for them. And, like, that will go a long way. Is it going to solve every problem? No. But, and best of luck. Josh Fire, issues in the Middle East started even pre-World War I, the decline of the Ottoman Empire. Yep, good old Balfour. Yep, can't go wrong with that. You're right. Kevin with a 6er, who wins the South, Bucks or Falcons? I have a little bit more faith in the Bucks right now. But I think the Falcons have a higher ceiling. Go, Stuart! I'm sorry with the head cold. I hope you feel better soon. That's no bueno. Let's see here. Too close to a tour. Got headhunted by the NSA back in the day. Really? Huh. There you go. Tars are fired. I think Deshaun's bailing on week 7 to avoid an entire Nick Bosa fired at him for 3 hours. Let's just say his opponent doesn't help, I would assume. It's also weird because the Browns are like, oh, this is not a big deal. And then it was like morning of, he's like, I can't play for last week. And now he can't play again. Something weird is afoot. Kevin! Thanks for gifted memberships. I appreciate you. AAA with a 6er. Hank Hill will have to get an All-Texas American League Championship instead of an All-Texas Super Bowl. He will be done. His will be done. Okay. All right. So, Tom, teach us how to eat corn. No. Look, that's what the internet's for. Brown, if all right, Tom. So you think with this season, do you think LaFleur is going to be our coach while going forward? It depends on how the rest of this season goes. I think LaFleur's fine this year. He's not going anywhere this year. I think it would take a couple of years, like 2 to 3 years of being really bad for them to be like, you're out. So... Justin, Fire Super Bowl stream idea. Either you fly to Denver and stream at Perner, or he comes to New York and streams with you. Well, Perner's never getting on a plane and doing that. And I don't even know if he's streaming the Super Bowl. So, TBD. Solomon to Fire. Tom, if you're chaotic good, what are the alignments of the rest of clickbait based on power rankings? Yeah, Perner's definitely chaotic neutral. Absolutely. I would say Scooter's like lawful, good, lawful, neutral. Tree is... It's not even chaotic evil. He also might be chaotic neutral, honestly. And then 5... I don't even know where we go with 5. I don't even know how you classify him. No idea. Ufo to Fire. Tom seems like kind of history teacher that would have a 45-minute presentation on the fall of Reach, and none of the kids would realize. That would be dope. That would actually be phenomenal. I wish I did that. King of the Fire, do you have a P.O. box? I've had one for years. Many, many years. Yes, it is in the description on nearly every video. It's in the description of this stream here. P.O. Box 614, Jefferson Valley, New York, 10535. Raz, happy almost birthday. Neutral evil, there you go. Maxie, remember for 2 years now is amazing, but man, the Bills are having so much bad luck. It's true. Dude, the turf in London, but it's just the injuries is just so bad. It's just so bad. So... yeah, the Milano one that one's going to hurt going forward. Tim, what's favorite tangent the chat has ever gone on? For example, our GPS inspired by Marlboro or the Great Corn War of 2023? Grossi Pussy might be, that's an all-timer. That's an all-timer. Corn was great. The hair argument was pretty great. But yeah, I would say Grossi Pussy is probably like all the way up there. Lighthouse was pretty great too, but yeah, it might be that. Riot of Fire! They got recruited by the FBI too. They said I'm on so many lists, it's amazing I'm not in their hands. Gotta say, pretty cool to be wanted. It's true. Listen, it's always nice to be wanted. That's nice. It's true. Chris Artur, can't believe I enjoy Packers pod this much. We got him. Hey, I didn't put the Bears as the worst team in the league. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, just saying. Just saying. Silver at 20. Hey, Tom, got a wacky question for you. If you were the NFL and could force trades like Madden, what kind of trades must be reasonable would you make to totally shake up the league? I would trade teams. I would trade teams within divisions. Like, I would have, like, in the AFC, I would have, like, okay, so let's say the last place team in the AFC North goes to the East. Last place AFC East goes to the South. Last place AFC South goes to the West. And last place AFC West goes to the North. And then the following year, they do it again with the NFC. Just make it crazy. Why not? Why not? Make it crazy. Who cares? Just have a grand old time. I think that would be fun. Because, like, other ones, you just make, like, super teams and stuff. You can trade QBs, but, yeah. When will the Panthers get their week 1 win? Dude, I don't even know. It might be a random, like, divisional game. Jason Fire, I think Chris Watson's 100% healthy. Was surprised he got run down that 70-yard play. I mean, he also got horse collar tackled, too, so he almost wasn't tackled. But, I don't think he's 100%. I'm hoping after this bye week that he's 100%, because at that point, then, it's like, all right, now we're good, right? We're good. Hopefully. Same thing with Aaron Jones, right? Same thing with Aaron Jones. So, random divisions each year, that would be dope. That would be pretty cool. I mean, the only issue is, like, that's how rivalries are made, right? Because the majority of rivalries that are in the NFL are going to be, like, within divisions. So, it would be interesting. It would definitely be interesting. Like, you just go up, like, a big old, like, lottery. Like, maybe just for, like, 1 year. Like, maybe they do that for, like, their 150th season or something. And they're like, all right, you know what? Like, here's what we're going to do. Like, team representative is going to come up, like the owner or something, or the GM, and pick a ball out of, like, a bingo or lotto, like, big old thing, pull it out, and says, like, AFC North. That's where you are. And that'd be pretty cool for, like, a year. The problem with that is it would make scheduling near impossible. Because if it was done at the draft, so they'd have to be done, like, early. Phoenix went 8 Tierra Carter and Darius Slay were injured or out against the Jets. How do you think that affects the Eagles going forward? Yeah, I mean, it's not, the thing is, like, they are going up against arguably, like, one of the worst, like, I think it's actually the worst in terms of points scored. Their offense is really, really bad, turning about the Jets. So I think they should still win. It's just going to be like, hey, is it going to be a problem going forward? Is it going to linger? That's the bigger issue. Just Tour, did I enjoy the Taylor Swift movie? I did not see it, but chat, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. All good with me. I actually saw a pretty cool clip that, like, people were going and they, like, made it like a big old concert and stuff. Like, that's awesome. Why not? Movies in theaters, like, that's what that's for, man. Make it an event. Like, I'll never forget, like, Infinity War and Endgame and the movie, like, Interstellar, going to see that in IMAX. Like, I have so many fond, like, memories of, like, going to theaters, so, you know? Great. So, whatever. Ain't no judgment here. Ain't no judgment. She a popular lady. Josh Fire, think Philly's playing like blah right now because they're avoiding putting too much on tape? No, I don't think so. I think it's a lot of their coordinators also kind of just meshing as well, because you have to also account that too. They do have new coordinators, so I think it's that. And every team's gonna they're always gonna look different. The fact that they're still undefeated and they're still going through that and they still don't look to be the best, then yeah. Because I mean, every week you're just trying to win, right? Aiden, guess who broke their finger the day before their first college swim meet? No! Aiden, you tape that son of a gun up and you jump in that pool safely. Which one? You kind of need it for the swimming. Okay. This is what you do. You find someone in a back alley, okay? And you have them make you webbed fingers. That's it, right? So you get webbed fingers. Now you're the creature of the Black Lagoon. Now you're just flying. You're flying through that water. Also, that was not medical advice, and I'm so sorry if something happens. Sending one out, Betty! For the kitty. Hey, Tom, hope you have a good day today. Worried, excited. I have a first ever boxing session with a coach. Hell yeah! Don't know how I'm gonna do. Got any pointers? No, just go in there and just have so much fun. Like, as someone, I've done boxing once. Boxing was fun. I like jujitsu better. But for boxing, like, just go in there and just be like, I know nothing. Teach me. Be willing to learn. You're already putting yourself out of your comfort zone to do it. It is so much fun. It's legitimately so much fun. So, yeah, it's a great workout, too. I'm saying. We're saying. Just go in there with no ego, and it'll be a grand old time. Appreciate you, Sydney, and have a great time. Ghost with a $5. Not sure you heard, but Cole got a new puppy. Aw! Any new tips? Training. Training is a pain in the ass, but oh boy, is it worth it. Like Moosey, every single time there's a car or a walk-in, I make him sit. 96% of the time he does it. So, it helps. And then Sinclair, I try to train her later, and she's like, haha, no. So yeah, training definitely helps, and it's just consistency over and over and over again. So, that's all it is. It's just repetition. So, Taurus of Fire, Infinity War at the end of a 2-day marathon will never be topped. People straight up screaming at the final battle ending. Yup. It was so much fun. It was fun. Phoenix! Welcome to the posse. Appreciate you. Rachel! With tour, cookie check. How many are left? 0. The cookies have been vanquished. I think, like, I've had enough cookies now. Like, I'm good. I'm good for a little bit. Maybe around, like, Thanksgiving or something. But, like, I'm good. I'm good. Because they were good. They were damn good. Broward Fire. You hope they fire Barry after this season. If I don't see any change, like, again, if we are at the end of the year and the defense is still not great, then, yeah, I want him gone. Funky to Fire. I saw your like. Isn't it unbelievable how photogenic that silly little kitty is? Yes. Yes. Oh, you found him at the shelter? Oh, that's even better. That is even better. It's the gatos. It's the gatos. And it's a black kitty, too. Oh, love it. I love it. All deserve the love. The love! I do enjoy soccer. I do. I do enjoy soccer. Spencer! With Tarrant Tom, what Thursday night game you looking forward to? Week 10 should be a doozy. Oh, I know all about Week 10. You know, the Jaguars Saints next week actually shouldn't be that bad. Let me see. Is there anything I have looking forward to, or is it just going to be pain all the way down? So it's Jaguars Saints. All right. Buccaneers Bills could be pretty good. Titans Steelers would be like low scoring, most likely. Oh, that Week 10. Ravens Bengals should be really good. Cowboys Seahawks should be fine too. Yeah, I'd probably say those are probably the ones that are the most like, yeah, those will be good. But then again, I'm probably wrong. Knicks with a $5. Good news. Hopefully next game, you or Pern will be happy unless it's a 0-0 tie. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. I can't wait to stream that game. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. Phoenix with a $6. I always wanted to ask this question. Is that a real Lombardi and where'd you get it? It's a replica. It is a replica. And Ben Tech actually bought it for me. Ben Tech sent it to me. It took like months to get here, but it's worth it. It's a Super Bowl 45 replica, and I love it. I think he got it from like India. Hunter at 20. Sean Payton downfall after he left my Saints is a wonderful thing to see. Anyways, you currently like what you see from Jordan Love. I like some stuff and I don't like some stuff. You know, the past 2 weeks he hasn't been good. The deep ball has been inaccurate. And then the stuff that he was doing like the first 3 weeks like showed that like, hey, like he was a clutch QB and he could make it happen and he could actually be pretty damn good. So again, it's in his 6th. He had his 6th start. I just want to make sure that we're seeing progress later in the season because then that will be able to determine like, yeah, this guy is the real deal and hope that, you know, this skid that he's currently on is not continuing. Todd with a $5. Think next season or two, massive QB run in the draft. Seems like half the teams don't have an answer at QB. Yeah, I mean, like next year, you're gonna like this next draft. I mean, it's a good QB class, so you are going to have a bunch of QBs drafted. But I would also argue something even more important, something that I've noticed a lot specifically this season, is there are a ton of teams out there with really bad offensive lines, and depending on like who you get, it kind of doesn't matter, you know, what quarterback you have. If it's a really, really bad O-line, you know, it's going to be tough for any QB, regardless of who they are, to actually do well. Jason Turge, watch your latest video. Where was Charles? Well, no, it's not a lore video, so it's not a lore video. And plus, that was mostly for like teams that like used to be good and then they were bad. That's why the Patriots and Packers were there, because it's kind of teaching them how to be bad, you know. Josh with a $5. Here's some hopium. Hurts was looked like a joke in 21. Hopefully, same goes for Love. Yeah, no, like again, like it's it's easy. I mean, like, you just have to wait. And right to easy, but just like as a fan, like, you just have to have patience. It's not fun, but you have to have patience. Like, it's not a great answer. It's not like, oh yeah, like, that's what it is. It's a week-to-week league. When they lose, the sky is falling. When they win, he's the greatest ever, you know? Like, that's what the NFL is, so. How the hell did I get a deer in the shot? You're lucky I wasn't able to get the shot that I really wanted to, but I saw them and I was like, oh yeah, they're staying in. They're staying in. So. Cal went to Greece, Vermont, 20 miler for New York done. Let's go! New York City Marathon coming up soon. Also, Kel, I went up really early, the P.O. box. I got your postcard. Thank you very much. With that lighthouse on it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, no, it's not a lore video. Not a lore video. So, Mike, just commenting here, an appreciation Packast before you get traded to the Jets. Damn it! Also love your community for a year. Get to memberships. Hell yeah, let's go, Mike. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. How close is Anger to getting in the bubble? How would he even know? We'll see. Don't worry. Things are about to go crazy. They're about to go crazy. These next few weeks. Oh yeah, this lore is going to be hitting. Hitting. We got a merge coming up. So, just you wait. Just you wait. An early merge? Not too early. Not too early. But don't worry. It works out for me either way. Because if the Lions, like, keep on winning and they're just there for a long time, right? And they're there for a while, that actually helps with the lore. But if not, then that also helps with the lore. So, like, I'm good either way for the NFC. And then I'm actually really excited for AFC. I have some really fun stuff that's going to go there. Before we get started, let's shout out our liquor master and beer masters. On the liquor side, of course, we have Ray. And then we got the Royal Brett Goody. We got Ghost. We got Styx, Rebecca Rowe. We got Liz, Kip Gaming, Joe Dio, Ratatat Matt, Tender Mike 3, Adam, and Def Ghost. F-I-Z. Big well. A big shout out. Thank you. You'll know when they merge. You'll know. I know, but you'll know at some point. Yeah, AFC North is crazy, which actually works out for me. So I'm actually kind of happy that I'm pretty happy about that. Now let's crack open a brewski. Speaking of lore, why don't we do the double IPA, the hello, I am Bruce, and hello, I am Springsteen. Adrian at Fiverr. Don't have money. Can you talk about the Colts Jags game and score predictions? Oh, thank you, Adrian. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I think the without Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew's gonna be just fine. A little revenge game for him. The Colts do struggle in Jacksonville a lot. I do think Jacksonville coming off a big win from the Bills, being played in Jacksonville, I do like them. Their defense looked really good against the Bills. Their offense is still trying to find where they are, but they still look good if it wasn't for the turnovers. So I think Jacksonville will wind up winning. I think it'll be a relatively close game, though. I could see it being like a 21-17 game. Wouldn't be surprised. So it's NFL doesn't fix games for the benefit. They fix them for Tom's lore scripts. God. You know what? Sometimes it has felt like that. And it's worked out just perfectly. And sometimes it has not. Look at you, Chargers. Funky, with a fire. Building scripts around 8 different outcomes is genuinely impressive. You should be proud, even though I know you already are. It's all part of the job, baby. It's all part of the job. But I appreciate that, though. Thanks for the kind words. Lucky to fire. Tom, you think our offense is going to show up during the first half against the Broncos? God, I freaking hope so, man. I hope so. That's been the one consistent. They just don't show up in the first half. So, Broncos, their defensive stats are skewed because the Dolphins dropped 70 on them. But, they're not a good defense. So, that should be the one. Joshua, Dan jumps sacked as you open that can. Yep, that sounds about right. Taylor, appreciate you. Thank you for gifting membership. And cheers, folks. Thanks for being here. We rockin', baby. Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick. Got a little IPA on there. Woo! All right. La 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 la. Hands have been washed. Yeah. Didn't really dry him, though. Can't put a fire. Prediction for which Minecraft mob wins the vote of the year. Is the green guy? Is it like the creeper or whatever the heck his name is? I played like OG Minecraft like once, and that was it. Jason Fire, we have another team with a losing record in the playoffs. If so, what division? Not the NFC West, not the AFC West, not the NFC North. Maybe the AFC North. I would say like the contenders would be AFC North, AFC South, or NFC South. But I don't think you're going to have one this year. Jake, what day is your trash day? Was wondering when I should put the Bears on the curb for the pickup. I'm going to make a trash thumbnail tomorrow. It's Monday and Thursday. It is Monday and Thursday. Daniel, ooh. Playlist based on songs that aren't traditionally associated with Halloween. Ooh. Gotta throw some Rob Zombie on there, right? Throw some Rob Zombie on there. That could be pretty good. Not the movies, the music. Like Dragula. So, I guess you could say that's a Halloween song. I have to think about that. That's a good question. Power to Fire, remember tonight's Friday the 13th. Leave milk and cookies out for Jason Voorhees. It's true. It's true. Masenko, what if I Chiefs playing Mahomes for longevity, taking less risk, will affect his draft stock in future fantasy football drafts? That's a good question. I think so. I also think, like, it's cyclical, right? So, like, once, like, let's say Rashee Rice, like, is that guy, right? Like, he just becomes, like, their new number one guy. Once they get, like, a true wide receiver one back, I think maybe that stock will go up a little bit more. Because right now, it's kind of just, like, spreading the ball around, you know? So, yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. Yeah, I get it twice a week. I have it on Monday, it's garbage and recycling, and then I have just garbage on Thursday. Nerf and Fire, Purdy or Stafford this week really need a win right now. Let's see. 49ers going against the Browns. I don't know about that one. The Browns defense is pretty tough. And the Rams, they're playing the Cardinals. I might rock with Stafford. Cup's back too. I might rock with Stafford. I might. King Andrew is here with a fiver. King Andrew is here, and just to let you know, we tie the days with Kaylee next Friday night Q&A at 2:31. Go Pack, go! King Andrew, long may you reign. Your reign has been a long one, and perhaps a historical one yet. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, I only utilize my trash day like once a week. I don't throw out a lot of stuff. I have garbage and stuff, but usually not a ton. Can't put a fire means which new mob will get voted in the game. Oh, it's penguins, armadillos, or crabs. Ooh. Which one do I think is going to win? Probably penguins. But I would like to see armadillos come in. Funky Tour, speaking of Jason for Low God, don't screw. Tars for the tour, Mahomes with Tony. You are my number one guy. He's like, what? Me? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Holly's, I think, was 250. Yeah, I think it was 250, Rachel. So we're getting there. Stay with Tour, you're an anime guy. You ever watch Gundam? I have not. I know Gundam, and, like, I just never really got into it when I was a teenager. So, I did watch the first season of an anime. Did it take me probably around like 6 months to get through just 12 episodes? Yes, but that wasn't because of the quality, that because it was the time. But I finally finished the first season of One Punch Man, and I loved it. It was so good. It was really funny. The action was really good. Like, I know there's a second season. It came out years ago. Like, I'm excited to actually watch it at some point. It's not on Netflix. The first season's on Netflix. But and then apparently season 3 is eventually coming out. But I liked it. It was really, really good. So, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Not dubbed either. No, gotta watch that with subtitles, baby. Gotta watch that subtitle. So, I enjoyed it. I do need to watch eventually Attack on Titan. I do need to do that eventually. Fuck you, One Punch Man! It's just so funny, man. Like, that kind of humor, I'm just like, yup. That's perfect. Perfect. Emily, should Bakhtiari retire? I mean, that's up to him, honestly, but he's going to go through another surgery, and then he's going to try to come back next year, and then that will determine it, right? Because if he's not back next season, then I think it's done, but... Eric with Fire Time, I'd like to apologize to chat. You and America and the Patriots play the Broncos in December. Yeah. I mean, this Sunday, like everybody from the Giants is out. They're in Buffalo. It's gonna be so bad. This Sunday's gonna be so bad. Giants, Bills. No. I don't want it. Is Josh Allen MVP contender? Yeah, sure, he's a contender. I don't think he's not leading the race right now, though. Alex Winter! What's going on, Alex? How are we doing? How are we doing? 15-point spread. Honestly, I could see it being more. It should be more. A Terod Taylor revenge game. That is true. It could be. But, yeah, Deshaun Watson's out, too. It's going to be a weird... I mean, listen, the 49ers are probably going to stomp them anyway, but... Right now, it's tough to pick against the 49ers against anybody. C-Town, we don't know yet. Solitaire, as much as subtitles are usually a go-to, I'll always swear by the dubs for Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Ooh, it's funny, because I watched Death Note, I didn't watch it dubbed, just because I was afraid, because usually, like, dubbed are just bleh, but... Alright, good to know. Samantha! So happy to say that I gained my crown today. Let's go! We got the crown. 1 year being here. What a year it's been. Love this community and the friends I made here. And looking forward to so much more fun times to come. Let's go, Sam. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, and thank you. Let's go. Emily, the Packers, yes, they are currently bad. Yes, they are. Doctor to Fire, we meme on the NFL for being rigged, but realistically, what could be rigged? Here's what I'll say. The NFL, again, it's not rigged. It's literally, it's not. I mean, in terms of just the players, the coaches, people who are literally fighting for their jobs, it's not. I will say, does the NFL hope that there are certain teams that are there at the end for ratings? Absolutely. I think the thing that's actually a problem is the fact that a game can be determined on which officiating crew you have. Oh, they call holds a lot. Oh, they don't let you play. And you have to literally adapt your game style and gameplay to the officiating crew that you have. That seems like not okay. So that, I mean, just want consistency. Star Tour, yeah, I saw that Joe Bentino being out. Listen, man, I don't even know what the Browns are gonna do. It might get ugly, Stern. It might. Justin Tour, time for our Grossi Flex on the Sunday night game. I told you I'm doing every single one. So I'm going to do every primetime game. Adam, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you. Thank you, and thank you. Nicola, what a tour. Titans most random team to week. Yes, I would agree with that. They're a pretty random-ass team. So, yep. James, I have no idea who that person is. So, sorry. Nice, an action comedy anime goes, Gintama and Mob Psycho 100, and that time I got reincarnated as a slime, all very good. Interesting. Alright. I did hear about that, Sydney. As I would hope it... Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to see it then. Unless it's the first week of... Oh, that sucks. I just thought about that. AEW's talking about having a New York City pay-per-view in December. I wouldn't be able to go. Because Saturday, like the week before Christmas, that's a fundraiser stream. Then it's like Christmas around. Damn it. Stuart, how could we be more hurt after the bye? Dude, like I saw the Watson one is weird. It's a weird injury. Like the team is being weird about it. Everything is weird. And that's why people are like, oh, he just doesn't want to play the 49ers. And I'm like, oh, I don't blame him, but I don't know. Obviously it was a mistake, but... Dolphin Fire, what underachieving team turns around and makes the playoffs, and then vice versa? Which one collapses and misses the playoffs? Let's take a look at the standings. Meow. Okay. Well, someone in the AFC North is going to collapse. If the Steelers' offense doesn't get better, then I could see them being the number one. Same thing with like the Colts and Jaguars. Like they could potentially fall apart. Cowboys, I could see it. They don't have an easy schedule. They could definitely fall apart. Then after that, then again, NFC South, you have 2 3-2 teams, the Falcons and Saints. I don't think they're both gonna have winning records. But A team that I think can, like, turn it around. The Rams are 2-3. I could definitely see them turning it around. Would not be surprised. Chargers are 2-2. They're a maybe. And then the Texans, too. The Texans could be a sneaky good team. They could. Peter to fire. Dealing with thoughts lately. Oh, all the bad days. Oh, the content is health. Thank you for all you do. Peter, listen, buddy. Been there. Legit. Been there a couple of years ago. But you just got to keep on fighting. Every day, my friend. It's a battle, but it's a battle worth fighting. Cheers, buddy. Crush it. Reach out to the help. Listen, I'm telling you, going to therapy, it's not for everybody, but it was one of the best things I did for myself. So cannot recommend it more. And if the first one don't work out, keep trying. Just keep on trying. I hope things get well soon, bud. Down and fire. No, the NFL is rigged when both New York City teams constantly crap the bucket, especially in prime time. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Goes to fire. Wrote a post-game parody on an episode of Packast. I'll mail it out to you tomorrow, and hopefully you'll get it next week. All right, let's rock, baby. Let's rock. Greg would fire the chances of Perna getting through the season without having a complete mental breakdown. Well, at some point, he's just going to actively start cheering for them to lose, so... yeah. Yeah, James, I have no idea who they are. Prank videos? No. I mean, unless it's like a wholesome prank. No, this is dumb. This is dumb. Frankie to fire. He got going to the playoffs. NFC 49ers, Lions, Eagles, Bucks. AFC Chiefs, Dolphins, Jags, Steelers. All right, well, you're a few short there. I agree. Bucks could be a random one, but yeah. Steelers, I don't know. It's just going to be about their offense. I just don't trust Matt Canada at all, and we'll see how the rest of the offense does, but yeah, 49ers. I can see Seahawks definitely going. Definitely Eagles. Cowboys could. It just depends on... I wouldn't be surprised. And then maybe Bucks and like Lions, something like that, and then a random team. Chiefs, Dolphins, Jags, Steelers. Yeah, I think Ravens can be thrown in there. Gotta have someone from this... I don't know if two teams from the AFC South will go. Probably Bills. I think Bills will still go to the playoffs, too. I think there's a good shot. I think there's a good shot. Funky to fire. Being spooky. Oh, God. Yes, Tucker and Dale versus... oh, my God. Versus Evil and Cabin in the Woods. Both are fantastic. Tucker and Dale versus Evil is so good. It is so funny. And yes, Cabin in the Woods, a young Chris Hemsworth. Also good. Yes, yes, yes. Tim Whitter, considering commies are where streaks go to die, I'm expecting Bijan to score his first rushing TD, but we hand Ritter his first loss at home. Ooh, and it's almost your birthday? Hell yeah, Tim. Happy almost freaking fracking birthday. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I love that. Remember to be on December 30th? There's probably going to be stuff. There's probably going to be games. Wow, if I were the odds, the Browns were with PJ Walker. Very, 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 very low. Like 1 in a million. And that's when you say, so you're saying there's a chance. There's a sneeze. Excuse me. Slytherin with a 5. Super excited for my Seahawks this season. Super proud of their depth. Think we're getting into another potential dynasty. I'm curious to see if Gino will be like the long-term guy there. But dude, like your defense, like especially that secondary, you building. Adam 279, Taylor Swift only sold 100 million ticks for Eras film. Jesus, that's insane. Thomas with a fire. 100% recommend Mob Psycho 100. It's by the creator of One Punch Man. It's incredibly incredible. All right. All right. I trust you. I trust you. All right. All right. Meadow with a fire. I want Chargers win because humbling Cowboys fans were the best feeling during the season, but I don't want to give Staley more reasons to stay. It's the ultimate conundrum. AJ with fire. Tom, what's your advice for someone getting over an ex and having to see them? I mean, came to the right place. I mean, I got divorced, and Jade and I lived together. We decided in April, and Jade lived here until Thanksgiving. So, you know, it's being an adult. You know, welcome to adulthood. It's super fun. But the most important thing is, like, you need to focus on you. Got to focus on you getting better. And that's what the most important thing is. You know, you can't, it's going to sound like harsh, but at the end of the day, you know, you got to take care of yourself. And whatever that looks like, as long as it's in a healthy way, that's priority numero uno. Jeremy Return. Tom, missed the last few streams, but told my fiance, today my fiance came home from the ICU. Let's go, Jeremy. Very happy to hear that for you and the fam. Glad the fiance's doing better. Let's go. Let's go. Also, boundaries. Yeah, gotta set those boundaries, baby. Boundaries are not being selfish. Let me say that for the people in the back. Setting boundaries is not being selfish. And if someone takes offense to you setting boundaries, then maybe that person is the one that needs to respect those boundaries the most. Just gonna say that for everybody. Jordan, if our time logged into the stream, how confident we beat Pernant and the Broncos? Any trades you think we make? I don't think the Packers are going to be making any trades. But I feel relatively confident that we could beat the Broncos. But then again, I thought we were going to beat the Raiders, and that didn't happen. So, no. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, yeah. What was that? Who? Giants record? I don't think they have a winning record. I don't think they have a winning record. I'm just going to give you some stats real quick. Ready for the stats on the Giants? You ready for this? Points per game, they're 31st. Rushing yards, 22nd. Passing yards, they're 30th. On defense, yards allowed, 28th. Points allowed, 29th. Sacks allowed, 32nd, averaging 6 sacks a game. Not good. Amazing material. Can you please do the gritty? I attempted. Never again. Never again. Lost many people that day. Spencer, Tenor Panthers, Bears, Thursday Night Football coming up. Steering into 017, baby. Dude, Spencer, what sucks? You know what? The worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen for the Panthers is that if after the season, like, Bryce Young is not the guy. And I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying that at all. And it's going to be tough to evaluate because your O-line is not good and you have no receivers either. But it's not, and not having that first pick, it's rough. It's rough. Let's see. M-Dog, what a fire time. You should look up how many championship NDSU have won in the last decade. NDSU championships. 17. Jesus Christ. Okay. Damn. All right. That's pretty impressive. Damn, so 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 21. What are you guys doing in 2020? Come on now. Slacking. LQ! 28 months for the 28-ish injuries on the Lions. Also, is Ref and Vince in cahoots, or does Ref have his own motives? Do Vince and Otto have history? I will answer one of those questions. Ref does feel a certain sense of loyalty to Vince, 1,000,000%, because that's how things have been for quite some time. And as you know, as a Lions fan, Lions and the refs, they don't get along. So I think will see some undermining. That was the kind of the purpose of this week's episode. So like last week's episode was kind of like a, hey, this is the time now for like setting it all up, all that great stuff. When the Packers actually lose and like now it's like Lionel trying to get a sense of what's going on, it's not as easy as it looks. And it's kind of like what I joke about. If the Packers aren't in charge, like if Vince isn't in charge, well, then he's going to do everything in his power to get back there or to like burn it all down. So what I'm really excited for the NFC North is like you see how certain characters got into the positions that they got into. There's going to, like, I already planned in my head, like, boom, 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 like certain conversations that are going to happen throughout the season that are really going to kind of illuminate where everybody stands. So, and just think about it, when eventually there is a merge, like we talk about the differences in both sagas, that the NFC North saga is more of like a drama Succession based, though, like this past week was like Succession mixed with a whole lot of Tom Grossi. And then there's the AFC North, which is more like the comedic element, but there's a big tie to the lore because obviously there's the blood demon, and if you watch Coach, you know what that means. So when those two inevitably combine, I'm really excited to see what the results are And you're going to really start to get to know these characters on a different level. Spencer, Tur, what do the Panthers do if that happens? New GM? Yeah, I would imagine new GM. I would imagine it would get new GM then. I would imagine. Spencer, oh, I got you. Yeah, but I would imagine a new GM doubled. I would not be surprised. I would not. MLS, it's just timing. That's all it is. It's just timing. I have time to watch like any other sport. Like I saw the Kraken lost to the Golden Knights, and I was like, sad tentacle noises. But yeah, like during football season, I got no time. Like you saw, I was 30 minutes late today because I had to put out another video. So I've been grinding. I've been really, really grinding. So football, will Rodgers return? I know I saw that video. I mean, there's a big difference between walking, which is incredible, by the way. I'm not trying to diminish that at all. The fact that he's able to walk right now is crazy. I think there's a long way to go. If the Jets were making a playoff run, maybe, and that would be like the biggest maybe in the history of maybes, but I don't think he's coming back this season. I do not. So that's just my humble opinion. Because again, it's just gonna take a while. That's a significant injury to heal from. I know he got the speed bridge and all that great stuff, but yeah. But Giants record, like what their actual, I think with their current squad, maybe they win 7 games. Maybe. You know. But I did not see the, like, that's the thing. I saw the goal. I turned on the TV, like, when I was like 3-1. I was like, oh, that's it. Just a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe. I want to see The Fall of House Usher so badly. I loved The Haunting of Hill House. I didn't watch Bly Manor. And I loved Midnight Mass. I loved it. So, and I heard that this is really good too. So I really want to watch it. Meadow to Fire. Will you Call of Duty compromise Kyler Murray's ability to play? It depends how good it is. If it's not good and it's crap like the last one, then probably not. Kicking your turd, see Steve Smith roast on Jerry Judy. Oh, I did. And Jerry Judy did not do much to help. So, not too much. Nope. Dave Turd, don't forget to take care of yourself while grinding. Listen, I've been grinding since 2019. Yeah, 2019. 2018, I like started a little bit. 2019, though, I went like full in. So, we're surviving. We are surviving. It's painful as always, Bruce. Painful. Holly! Happy belated 50 birthday! I hope you had a great day, Holly. I know you went to the game last night. Let's go. Solitaire is the aversion of building a solid O-line a result of teams wanting to take an attractive pick. It's a big reason why QBs are getting hurt, but it seems like few teams understand that. I think every team understands that. I think it depends on who's making those picks, right? Is it kind of like the owner who's like, hey, we need to go for like the splashy pick. We need to do that. Because the Panthers, they could have picked another O-lineman. But I think the other thing is it's really difficult to draft O-linemen. There's only a handful that are like first round talents. And then you're kind of taking a shot on like, a bigger risk on all the other ones. But you've also seen like first round O-linemen not work out. So I think it's kind of a mix of all of those things. Because at the end of the day, you're also trying to sell tickets. But Joe to Fire Tom, need help. Who should I start for the flex? Foreman, Osborne, Hubbard, or Atwell? I go Atwell or Osborne, to be honest. I do one or the other. Mom, with a fire new video. Visit every stadium in the NFL and a Packers bye week. It'll be a little difficult. I'm working. The Packers didn't even play on Sunday, and I did 3 streams, so I don't know. Funky! Congrats on the kitty. Have a great night. Brian Gutekunst is pretty damn good at picking offensive linemen in the later rounds. He's pretty damn good at finding talent there. So, it's good. It's pretty darn good. That's definitely a plus. There you go, Rachel. That sounds like a great day. Let's go. Who knows, Bruce? Who knows? But I'm sure it's on his way. Oh, also, the Brian Branch jersey came today. Nate with a $5. Tom, just watch your video, how to be a fan of a bad NFL team, and oh my god, pure gold, have me LOL, and keep up the great work. Appreciate you. Ghost Tour agenda this Sunday. I don't know yet. Obviously doing the Sunday night game, I might reach out and see if I can get a connection to stream the Lions game. Not gonna do a 1 o'clock game. So it'll probably be the Lions game and or the London game again. I don't know though. I honestly haven't decided. It's gonna be a kind of a game time decision. So, I mean, because Sunday was pretty rough, but we'll see. M-Dog with a $5. You just look up the 2017 North Dakota 9-man state champs. They just won with 9, or? Nathan with a $5. Possible punishment for tree. Blame Canada. Yes. I had that in, I actually had that in, was that a prediction video or a rankings video? Something, like, within the past, like, week or so. Yeah, it's game time decision. Game time decision. Yeah. Oh, the Sunday night game's gonna be so bad. The Sunday night game is gonna be so bad. I don't get Bears Vikings. Oh, I'm so sad. Damn. Darn. Damn. What a shame. Panay Sewell, dude. And when he fell into the Lions' laps, I was like, crap. They did the right thing. They built their team in the trenches. So, yeah. Kenneth, you're in London for the game? That's awesome. Oh, Colleen, it'll be a good game for you. Oh, yeah. So, that's it. Zeno to fire. Don't mind me asking or hear everybody talk about your mom. Hear you mention your father all the time, not your mom. Well, Mama Grossi is not really into football. Not really into football. She's behind the scenes sometimes. She threw food at me that one time. That was really, really nice. No, Mama Grossi watches the puppers when I go on vacation. So, very, 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 very helpful. Papa Grossi is just into football, which, by the way, Papa Grossi will be back here on Monday. For the Chargers game. So, dude, Jaguars have to be, but they fell for it, dude. Like, the Jaguars drafting Trayvon Walker, and Trayvon Walker still be very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to crap on the guy. The fact that they drafted him over Aiden Hutchinson, I was like, dude, no, medicine. That was what it was. Yes. Like, just come on now. Come on. Maximus, yes, I know, Lauren. Yep. Take vacations. Well, when I did 30 and 30. When I did 30 and 30, and then I went to Packers training camp. So no to the vacation, but when I'm out of town. So that is very, very helpful. So they go to Grandma's house. I can't say the word because Sinclair is going to get very excited then, and she's passed out right now. So, yeah. I think so, Leif. I think that's what it was. But, yep. 30 and 30 doesn't count as a vacation. Oh, I know it doesn't. Oh, it was a grind. It was a grind. Best of times, though. 30 and 30 sequel? Yes. It's up to you when I do it. Gotta hit 1 million subs. I hit 1 million subs. I'm off. Cap! We're at tour. How about 216 countries in 216 days? Would be fun? No. I don't have that kind of money. and I'd have to make money. I don't know. North Korea would be interesting. Leave it a fire shot to Mama Grossi for the Benadryl delivery that one time. True story. 50 and 50. That has nothing even to do with football. I'm telling you, I want to go to Iowa and Nebraska just for a corn battle, though. I want to start the Great Corn War. We could do it. I believe that we can do it. Noah, thanks for gifting a membership. Appreciate you. Thank you. Bro would not survive. Beer tour. Any plans to go to Lambeau this year, Tom? Not this year. No, I went for training. I always go for training camp, and I go and I see a preseason game. But during the season, it's always really difficult because, again, like, it's that fine line of like, hey, you know, I want the channel to grow, I want the channel to do well, you know, and if I go out to a game, you know, and I'm not streaming, you know, that's not only like a big source like revenue for the week, but it's also growth. And then I'm not able to put out videos right after, so it hurts the channel. Nick Ventura thought the newest YouTube plaque was going behind you. What? Yeah, 1 million will go right here. A million. That's why I've never filled this space. I'm not gonna be able to probably, unless something miraculous happens, that by the time I move, whenever the hell that's gonna be, hopefully next year. This is why I always save the space for the gold plaque. That one's a custom made one. That's a custom made one from the mods. A gift from the mods. So, yep. Adrian Tanner, policed up a couple of chats that might have been missed otherwise due to funding. The therapy video was possibly the best yet. Adrian, I appreciate you, and that's very kind of you. Chaotic good. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you, Adrian. Justin Terry, you gotta do the London Frankfurt Stadium now? Yes, I do. I agree. I've been thinking about that. I might do that this summer. I might. Because all the international folks didn't get a chance to. Again, I can't say anything yet because I don't have anything planned right now. I also would want to talk to the NFL and see if they can actually do anything this time. Help me with this endeavor. But, yeah, I want to see how that would go. I also wouldn't want to rush that because, like, I've never been to London and I've never been to Germany. So I'd want to, like, spend some time. And it would, like, be during the off time. So, yeah, maybe in June. We'll figure it out. I'll let you know. Tom Witter, Week 7 Sunday Night Football. Can't wait. So nervous. Let's go, Dolphins. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go, baby. If I have a Canadian friend who visited North Korea, the world's most remote inhabited island. Why? He's fascinated with isolation. Huh. That's interesting. Roger, where's your Packer stock? Sitting on that end table over there. It's in its folder and everything. It is there. X, hear me out. John Dorsey is the key to a good team. Rebuild Chiefs after 2-14. Browns from 0-16. Eagles from 4-11. And Lions from 5-11. Ooh, it's a good call. Ryu and a Fiver. As someone who did half of 30 and 30 as a vacation, it still wasn't really a peaceful time. It was chaos from plane to train to bus to Uber. Pure madness. Yep. But you did it, though. You did half of it. You did. It was a crazy time. It was so much fun. It was a crazy time, though. It was a grind. And the thing is, too, like, there's nothing I really could do. There's some things I could do differently because now I could be like, okay, this is what this is going to look like. I know more teams now, so I could set up more in advance. There would be less of like an unknown. So that would be helpful. Maybe I give like a 3-day buffer so Johnny has more time to work on the video so the quality like could be up to, like Johnny was like, damn, I want to do this. We have no time. So like maybe we could work on him a little bit more. But I mean, the issue with 30 and 30 part 2, whenever the heck that's going to be, if I ever make it to 1 million, which I hope I do, the issue is going to be, okay, so like the Bengals, what can I do with the Bengals that I didn't do the previous time? Because while I didn't get into every stadium, I got into a bunch of stadiums, right? So like, what can I do with teams that it's not repetitive and like people are still going to want to see? So, we can raise money for charity. Jason, I know you became vegetarian due to medical issues. Do you still eat animal proteins occasionally? Jason, everything about that is incorrect. I don't know where you heard it from. I don't know where you looked it up. 1, we're vegan. 2, it's not medical at all. It's literally for animals. 3, I consume 0 animal products whatsoever. Haven't for like 6 years, except by accident if I was at a restaurant and they gave me something they weren't supposed to. So, nope, that was it. Soraya, excuse me, so sorry. With a tenor. Hey, Tom, fan from Seattle. What's your favorite non-playoff Packers game? Ironically, it was 2019 versus the 49ers, which we lost. My friends and I held a party to watch Lynch come back. Ooh, there you go. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's always going to be 2013 season, Packers-Bears, Week 17, Randall Cobb, 4th down, gets hit, touchdown, Packers go to the playoffs. It is one of my favorite plays of all time. It is one of my favorite games of all time. Always. Jason, did you see QB School criticizing MLF's play calling? I didn't see it, but I heard all about it, and I agree with it. I did as much on Monday night. Brentwood Fire, comb the desert! Do you think we're taking it a little too literal? He told us to comb the desert, so we're combing it. Nathan, thank you for the $1. Appreciate you, and appreciate you. But, yep. That's all right, formally. We'll do it again. We'll do it again when we hit 1 million. Don't you worry. Christopher, you have any tips for writing dialogue? I'm writing a story, and I feel like sometimes my dialogue doesn't sound like how people should talk. That is one of the challenges. It kind of just has to be, like, natural. And it depends, too, because I change the way I write dialogue based off of the character that I'm writing dialogue for. Bruce and Springsteen is very different from writing to Tom or Wildflower, right? So I think it's based off the character. Once you find that character's voice, I think it's much easier to write dialogue as their voice because then it's going to sound more natural because like, no, that's how that character talks, if that makes sense. KW, get another Teacher Tom stream. I was going to try to do it tonight. I just didn't have time because I wound up getting out this video and I recorded another one before that. So I can't do it tonight, but yes, I promise before the month is over, you will get another teacher stream. I need to figure out the subject that I want to do. I was going to do one other one, but I don't think so. I want to find a topic that I want to teach about, and do that. Jeremy, with a tenor. A lot of Bengals fans would love to hang out with you and the Brown family. Likes you, so if you come back to Paycor, Paul Brown, I'm sure it'd be a new experience. You came back to Cincy. Yeah, no, I have no doubt. Like, we would have a ton of fun. We'd have a ton of stuff to do. We could plan more, and that's a big thing too. 80% of these teams had no idea who I was or that I was even attending unless it was like late. So if I'm able to say, hey, in April, I'm going to be there 2 months from now, we could actually plan something. So for example, I think that like the Seahawks, for example, the Seahawks, like we had so many other plans that we were going to do for stuff. Like it was talking about like recreating the onside kick that Brandon Bostic didn't recover. Like there was so much stuff we were going to do. And then it just fell through because at Denver the previous day, they wanted me to fly in that night and I couldn't because I knew that we wouldn't be able to because of Perna. I still took the 6 a.m. flight out. So like, again, there was lots of things to do. And there was just no time. So if I can actually set it and be like, here's where I'm going to be. And it also depends on their availability, but. Ben Choi Choi, confusion about the medical is while you're vegan by choice, you can't have milk because of a medical issue. Oh, that's just a dairy, though. That has nothing to do with animals. Yeah, no, dairy, I'm just allergic to dairy, and technically amoxicillin and latex. But, yeah, no, that has nothing to do with it. I couldn't eat dairy since I was a baby, so that had no impact on my decision whatsoever. No, that was all animal choice. That was it. Emily Whittenner, would love to learn more about the interwar era of Europe from you. Oh. I could teach you about interwar. Interwar is a crazy time. We kind of alluded to that. I thought about doing interwar more. I also would like totally. I feel like this is definitely should be an off-season thing if I was going to do it. I would totally like assign a book. I'd be like, hey, like let's read Gatsby. Like let's read Sun Also Rises and read it from a historical context of like what I talked about and then like revisit it in like a month. I have a Gatsby copy upstairs that's like littered with notes. Eternal with a 28-time Seahawks fan here. Watched some media talking down Russ after yesterday. Shocked he's playing bad. Hawks fans didn't want him to go, but knew he wasn't playing well. Why did most think he was still an MVP level QB? I think it was just the Broncos were also really, really desperate. They haven't had a quarterback since Peyton Manning, right? So they're like, all right, let's go get a QB now that is a proven winner, Super Bowl champion, all that great stuff. Coming off an injury, but it's a finger injury, so like we're just gonna chalk it up to that. But I imagine the Seahawks also were like, no, I think he's just declining. So I think it's a mixture of like age and declining, maybe too many injuries. But I mean, besides the last 2 games where Russ hasn't played well, the Broncos, like, it's been their defense that's been, like, the biggest problem. So, yeah, we could do that. We could do a posse book club. Why not? Could examine the Middle East in his next teaching session. Well, the Middle East is not, like, the Middle East is something that's, like, made up by, like, Westerners. Like, the Middle East is not, like, it's, like, Middle East is huge. Like, that's a bunch of different places. But, yeah, I mean, that's another thing that's just wild. Daniel, thank you for the $1. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is minute 69. Nice. Kelsey at door. 69-minute warning. Nice. Imagine how much meat NFL players eat. There's actually a bunch of vegan players. And I don't know if he still is, but Justin Fields was actually one of them. True story. Marius Thomas was for a while. I don't know if he still is, but there's a bunch of wrestlers that were vegan. I ran a marathon when I was vegan. I mean, still vegan, but Eternal Winter. Also, we need some more Gavin. Well, Gavin's a little occupied. Ghost with a fiver. I'm going to get dinner and then hitting the hay because the head cold. Hope y'all have a good night. Ghost, hope you feel better. Can't say the fire is a vegan. What's your opinion on eating honey? I make a plant-based honey. Ooh. Here's the thing. I think it depends on where it is sourced from. So, for example, I have my friend, his wife's parents, so his in-laws, are raw vegans. So, they're hardcore raw vegans. But the dad is a beekeeper. And so, I don't know if he does this anymore, but he was a beekeeper. And so, he made sure it was, sustainable, made sure, the bees weren't harmed or anything like that. Because a lot of times what happens is, mass-produced honey, a lot of they take the honey and then they replace it with, crappy honey, supplements that wind up, shortening the bees' lifespans anyway, and it's not good for them. So, the mass-produced stuff, no. If it's, local and, it's a person, then, yeah, as long as it's not harming them, you're cool. But personally, I don't, because I don't know a local person. I wouldn't spend that much money on honey anyway, because it's not really part of my diet. Realtor, 30 and 32, the search for more money. Yes, it is. Because we will make $1 million for charity. So, yeah. Survival Day Fire. I don't remember if you addressed this before. Have you taught AP History? Yes, AP Euro. I taught AP Euro, and it was one of my favorite classes that I ever taught. Nick Switura was number 69 in high school football 30 plus years ago. Nice. Yes, Demarius Thomas passed away, but I'm pretty sure he was vegan for a while. Yeah, Brian Danielson was vegan. He wasn't anymore because he was that. I know, guys. I know he passed away. I said Demarius Thomas was vegan too. Why are you being weird? Josh Fire, what makes teaching and studying the Middle East hard is it dates back to pre-biblical times. That doesn't make it difficult. No, I mean, there's plenty of history before the Bible was written. The Bible, I mean, if we want to be we want to be legit, the Bible was written kind of late in human history. So there's plenty to teach about. But when you're talking about the current issues, then yeah, it's difficult. Inebriated Fire, I'm with it. Tom teaches about my misconceptions about the Middle East as someone educated in America. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that one of the biggest problems with today's media is that there's no more nuance, right? That's gone. And that's media as a whole. That's sport. That's every kind of media, right? There's not a lot of nuance. It's headlines that make people click on it so they can get ad revenue. And that's what drives a lot of it, especially because most media is for profit. There's that. On top of that, and I explained this. I explained this while I was teaching this lesson, right? I taught the lesson about the middle class and how they suffered under the Weimar Republic because of hyperinflation and stuff like that. All their life savings that they've been saving forever were now useless. They couldn't even buy bread with it. And when you get people desperate enough and someone comes along and gives them an easy answer and says, I can fix this, people are going to follow that person. Because if I was to explain to you, like I did for 2 hours, why hyperinflation happened in Germany post-World War I, which then also the Great Depression happened, that was a long-winded answer that took a really long time to explain. Look at the debates that we have in this country, right? Okay, you have 60 seconds to answer. What would you do about the Middle East? There is nobody on this planet that could give you an actual answer and explain all the nuances, what's going on in the Middle East in 60 seconds. Nobody can do it. So at the end of the day, this short term, just here you go, here's a headline for you to get upset about, it does people a disservice because then that is regurgitated and it's the same arguments round and round. I saw this in teaching all the time. You could tell, for example, kids never knew what political affiliation I was, right? Because that's not important. My job was to make sure that they could defend their opinions, right, with facts and be like, hey, this is how I back my stuff up. But I could always tell, what political affiliate, I could tell what they were watching because I saw that. because I was like, oh, okay, yep, you got that from Fox News. You got that from CNN. You got that from that. One of the best lessons I did in civics was literally say, okay, let's take an issue. Like, let's just say the presidential debate between Biden and Trump. Okay, go and get an article from CNN. Go and get one from like a centrist kind of source. And then let's go get one from like Fox News, or you can go one of the other ones. You can get one, right? And then compare what the difference is and say, okay, what's facts, what's opinion, and how are they skewed? And once you start doing that over and over again, you could kind of be like, oh, okay, this is why this is leaning this way, this is why this is leaning this way, et cetera, et cetera. So it just takes practice, but the problem is, and like, here's the God honest truth, folks, the majority of people, and I'm just talking about this country, the majority of people are just trying to work. Like, they're trying to work, they're trying to get the job done, like trying to put food on the table, all that great, wonderful stuff, right? And they don't got time for that. If you're working multiple jobs, if you're grinding, you're trying to do all this stuff, you don't have time to be like, all right, well, let me learn all of the nuances that are going on in the Israeli-Palestine conflict right now. Buddy, grab a book, maybe a few, because it's going to take a while. So that's become one of the biggest issues in like this clickbait, aggregate, BS kind of thing that we're in now, is that it just is the same arguments regurgitated over and over again, and it diminishes like what's going on, and be like, oh, no, you need to support this party, this regime, this candidate, etc., above all else. And it just kind of removes all the nuance and critical thinking, and that's why I'm not a fan of it. Sorry, that was a really long-winded nuance matters. Matt, went up, Betty! Boop! For the kitty. Just saw your latest video as a long-suffering Lions fan. It was perfect. Grew up and live in Wisconsin. I've spent so much time around Packers fans. I will say they've always been nice to me. I hope your team turns it around soon. Matt, I appreciate you. Congrats on the success. It's well earned. Enjoy it. I know I did. Appreciate you, Matt. Daniel Tanner, hey man, UK viewer here. 49ers fan since 2012, but still appreciate the time, effort, and research put into your quality analytical football content. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you, Daniel. And listen, I have said this for many, many years. Some of the most loyal and diehard fans of the NFL are those who are overseas. Because the fact that you go and it's like the crack of ass and you're watching that game, bruh, that takes commitment. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You watch a Sunday Night Football. So I appreciate you. M Dog Fire. Tom, graduated with a degree in history education this upcoming spring. Got any advice? Are you doing it to be a history teacher? If not, then like there's like museum work and stuff and like grant writing jobs and all that great stuff. But apply. If you're trying to get a teaching job, I mean it should be easier than when I got out. So just apply. Even if it's in a place that it's not necessarily like your favorite, do it so you can kind of grind your teeth, you know, and guys, you might fall in love with it too. So Davi, sorry, I just saw this fitting. Boop for the kitty. Said, hey, want to say thanks for the raid during last night's game. Can't thank you guys enough. Been watching you guys for years and still in shock what happened. You guys are awesome. Let's go! Davi, appreciate you. And David, I hope it helped. Gave you a boost in the numbers. Hell yeah, let's go, baby. Chaotic good. Beer to fire. I'm also allergic to milk. I did allergy drops therapy and it helped. I can have some milk now. Ooh, there you go. Allergy drops. Yeah, I was never able to do that. Jeremy to fire can bring you some bee-friendly honey from Hives if you would like, but did you try Gold Star vegetarian tofu chili? If it's vegetarian, as long as it has to be vegan though, so it can't have like egg, it can't have any of that stuff in there. So I have not tried that. Jason Tour, how often do I think about the Roman Empire? Not enough. Sound Fire, people were confused about Demaryius Thomas, who said he was a vegan, but I don't know if he's still... Oh, did I say that? Oh, I was saying Justin Fields. I don't know if he still is. I must have messed up. That's on me then. Yeah, no, I meant Justin Fields. I don't know if he still is, because I'm not my Justin Fields keeper. Bench to a tenor since the NFL merger, so not including pre-merger, the Chiefs and Bronx are tied in wins. Really? Age to a tenor, nuance matters. It's true. Also, Sinclair is snoring. Let's see. Slash you with a tour. Top 3 video games of all time. Ooh. BioShock and BioShock Infinite are up there. They're definitely up there. The original Last of Us is up there too. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. I sunk so much time in that. Same thing, Gears of War 2. Journey's up there too. I like Majora's Mask. I wouldn't put that in my top 3 though. BioShock and BioShock Infinite, both of them might be up there. I loved those games. Jack 3 is really, really good. It's tough. I like never like sat down and like actually was like, I have like a top 10-ish that I'll be like, yeah. I never sat down and actually done it though. Computer Fire, while thinking the Chargers will beat the Cowboys? No, not at all. I think anybody can win that game. Anybody can win it. Mass Effect 2 is also another one. Anyone can win that game. Guillermo! Fire in high school, I remember writing a report that another civil war would happen within the next 50. Do you think it could happen? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Could it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you're just going from, like, signs, sure. I mean, there's so much going on. There's going to be some significant problems within the next 50 years here. And it's not just here, but, like, there's going to be significant problems. The political climate is complete garbage. It's garbage. Across the board, it's garbage, right? I mean, dude, like, it's just bad. It's tribalism, and now you can get elected, and it doesn't matter as long as you bash the other side. Like, it's dumb. I've told this on stream before. I will never, ever forget civics, teaching it during the 2020 election, and having my students watch the debate and going in the next day and literally apologizing for making them watch it because it was such a travesty. It was such a joke. It was a roast battle, right? While entertaining, that's all well and good, but hey, can I hear what your policies are? Can I hear, like, what you're going to do about taxes? Like, can I hear what you're going to do about infrastructure? Can I hear about what you're going to do about, like, I don't know, the housing epidemic, healthcare? And it's like, oh, you're stupid. And I'm just like, this is so dumb. It's so dumb. And it's 80-year-olds doing it, which makes it even worse. So where to even begin? There's so many issues. And I think there's also been a reliance on, like, oh, well, you know, maybe the next generation will save us. But like, that's not a game plan. Like, it's not. And there's no easy answers. Like, there's no easy answers. I'm not gonna pretend that I have them. That's the problem. There's no easy answers. There's a lot of people in power that shouldn't be. Term limits need to be established like yesterday. Age limits 1,000,000% need to be established like yesterday. There's so many things that you could do to fix things, but you know, there's so many issues within, and not to say that it's like, you know, it's terrible. It's not all terrible, but like, there are significant issues and they're impacting a lot of people. And policies matter. I mean, hell, you want to see like actual improvement or change in your life, then you need to vote in local elections. Like, local elections are the ones that are actually going to impact your life probably the most. So yeah, I would say like that, but the turnout is garbage. You know, because like no one cares about it unless it's, you know, like a presidential election. That's when the majority of people turn out. And majority is even stretching it when I say that. Sorry, again, random. Time at a tenor. Random question in Gatsby. How could Daisy possibly end up choosing Gatsby over Tom? Also, can we have Broncos Cowboys in prime time? Imagine seeing both Papa Grossi and Perna. That would be interesting. That would be. How could Daisy possibly? I mean, if you're looking at it from a historical sense, and Gatsby's trying to replicate the past, because he had a relationship with her, then he went off to war, World War I, loss of love, faith, all that stuff. And then it's like, no, we can get it back. We can get it back. We can go back to before the war. We can go back. So it's kind of that hopeless romantic, but at the same time, it's kind of like the societal urge to be like, hey, like, we want to go back, but you can't. You can't replicate the past. Darth of Fire. Triple H announced Adam Pearce as the Monday Night Raw GM. Oh, and Nick. Oh, there you go. And Kevin Owens now on oh, it's KO is on SmackDown? Damn. All right. Justin Fire. 2013 was painful as Lions started 6-3 and ended 1-7. Even beat Green Bay 40-10. Oh, I remember that game. Oh, I remember. Eternal Fire. Learning nuance is why I have a 4-year degree in ancient history. Provides nuance, providing context. Makes it fascinating. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Beer Tour, your home seems very nice. You just need a change. Yeah, there's changes need to be made, but like, I want like a fenced in yard for the dogs. That's like really important. I need more space. I've outgrown this space. Like, this room is not that big. Like, I want a legit studio space. There's a lot. Vehicle tour. Hi. 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 No, if I had everyone on clickbait, who could you beat in a fist fight? Not 5. 5 to, like, he's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I was just a crappy white belt. So, definitely not him. Scoots is like low-key rip. Perna's low-key rip. Maybe Tree. Maybe. But I also don't want to fight him. Don't want to fight him. No. Brent, listen, you're not a real gamer until you die of Oregon Trail and dysentery. Yep, that you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Sasha Turi, yes, Journey. Oh my god, and the music. The music is so good. Adrian Matera, I'm here to talk you through. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Adrian. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Boomers are killing our politics. They ain't helping. They ain't helping. Flambo, if I had time, did you ever teach about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? And if so, can you show this presentation? I actually didn't. I've talked about it a lot in class, like at the end of AP Euro and the end of Global. But in like it's kind of mixed in with like World War I, World War II, that kind of stuff. And the original school I taught at didn't have regions. So yeah, we didn't. So, like, it was more of, like, an AP Euro after, like, class was, like, done and, like, the curriculum was done and after they took it in May that I would kind of talk about it, but I didn't have, I didn't have, like, an actual presentation on it. We did talk about it, though. Josh Fire said it before, humans are tribal. Sadly, the internet, social media, and 24/7 news cycle, corporate media keep making us more tribal. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Right with a tour, I beat all clickbait like a Mega Man boss rush. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. So, yeah. But I think Brett Favre is innocent. No, like he did steal money. Like that's not even a question. It's not even a question. Other periods of history, ZJ, that's my favorite. Interwar is really interesting. Cold War stuff is really interesting to talk about too. Just kind of like formation of like policies after like that. Just personally speaking, I enjoy ancient Chinese philosophies. Those are really fun to teach about, especially comparing into like ancient Greek philosophies. I really like that. Those are really, really fun. Like talking about like legalism, Taoism, Confucianism, that stuff is fun. That stuff is really fun. Especially Taoism. Teaching Taoism to a bunch of freshmen is so great. So great. Mr. If I were coaching job, would you want to hold on to the Packers? Oh my god, none. Because I'm not qualified for any of those. But give me defensive coordinator. I'll do a better job than Joe Barry. I'll do it. I won't. But I'll do it. I'll do it. So yeah, ancient Chinese history is really interesting. I do enjoy talking about that a lot. Essay to Fire, do you know if any of your students watch your channel? And do you miss anything about teaching? Love you, Tom. Go Bolts. Yes, there are a few students who do watch the channel. Yes. Hey. And then teaching, like, no, I mean, again, it's the students. It's always comes back to the students. But no, I thought I would miss it a lot more. But no. Meadow to Fire. So what you're saying is we need to treat politics like wrestling coming soon. Debate Mania Raw 2024. My God. Honestly, it might be more productive. It might be. It might be. Yes, John, it is. Ooh, there you go, Holly. Asian art history. There you go. There you go. That's legit. I got my undergrad at SUNY New Paltz and Concordia for my master's. So, yeah. It was great. Appreciate you, Bruce. Josh Fire, you'd probably be a better head coach than Mike McCarthy. I don't think so. I appreciate that. But I don't think so. Axel Turret, did you see the Broncos Halloween yard decorations? I don't think I did. Art history is phenomenal. I love talking about art history. But again, it's also, you have to teach the context of it. Like, I never thought, like, we would get to a point in teaching where it was like, hey, I'm just going to show you art. What do you see? Like, because there's a time and a place for that. But I also had many teachers that were like, oh, here's the art of this time period. Here you go. Done. And like that doesn't help it. You have to give context. You have to get context. But like if you look at like the different art forms throughout, I'm just talking about Western Europe for a hot second. Even just Western Europe, it's crazy interesting. It's so much fun. So, did I run for Congress? No. By the way, fun fact, you know how much it costs on average to run for Congress? $250,000. So who can run? Either you're really good at fundraising or it's the wealthy elite oligarchy all the way. Yep. All right. Uno mas. Where's Holly? Holly! Uno mas. Uno mas. Uno mas. Uno mas. Uno mas. Uno mas. Uno. 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 Let's see. What do I want? You know what? I'm gonna go for the other IPA again. Why not? We're gonna go for the other double IPA. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uno mas. I have to pee really bad. I'm gonna pee for the D super duper quick. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate you. Uno mas. I'm gonna pee real quick. And I'll be right back. Chair. Chair. Tyler Tour, should have asked besides World War I in regards to Gatsby. Wait a minute, besides World War I. Also, by the way, Sun Also Rises, great. Also, piece of historical. I mean, a nice way to look at fiction through a historical lens. So, bam, boom. Pouring. Keep that pouring. Is my congressman in my district? I think it's Harcum. I think it was Harcum last time I checked. I don't remember. I think it's Harcum. I'm pretty sure it's Pete Harcum. I think it is. Did he lose in the last election? I don't remember. It's been too long. Washing hands, then drying with this towel. We good. Good. Yeah, we're good. Civil War tore many families apart. Oh, Civil War is really interesting. It depends also how you teach the Civil War, too. If you want to teach it like rah, Abraham Lincoln wanted to free the slaves immediately. or, you know, the real way. Either one. Josh Terry, do you think, I would assume, a congressman who allegedly defrauded donors or a senator who allegedly sold information to a foreign power should be allowed to stay in their job pending trial? Nope. Like, and here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. I don't care what political party they're affiliated with. No. Colleen Tour, how are those candle, by the way? Oh, yeah. I think I've gone through 2 of them already. I love them. I appreciate you, Colleen. I love them. Harold demands Larold. Just tune in next week. Has there ever been a moment where you've been stunned in a good way by your research years later? I wouldn't say... John, shout out to your fiance. I wouldn't say stunned. I would say more lack of... Like, if you... There are things that have happened in history. Like they say, like, history repeats itself, right? And all that great stuff. there's a lot of stuff that is happening now that has already happened in American history. And it's just like replicating over again. And I'm curious to see if it's going to end in the same result or not. You could even also apply it to like world history. There's a bunch. So like I would say more of just like the similarities. Jeremy Fire Farewell to Arms by Hemingway. Yep. That's a great one. That's a great one. Sasha, to your best and worst Star Wars movie? Oh, God. Attack of the Clones and Rise of Skywalker. You know what was actually fun? Best is going to be Empire, then New Hope, then I think like Rogue One, Return of the Sith, around there. I was actually you know what, Sashi? I'm going to double down because I was thinking about this the other day. It's the Rise of Skywalker. Because listen, Phantom Menace is not great, but at least has like Duel of the Fates, has Maul, has that awesome thing, right? Attack of Clones not great, but the last 45 minutes is cool. Rise of Skywalker is so trash. It is so trash. It is, in my opinion, it is worse than The Last Jedi. It is worse than Phantom Menace because it is an attempt to pretend the last movie, The Last Jedi, didn't exist, and then you're combining two movies together. Somehow Palpatine returned. It was so bad. It was so... I remember laughing in the theater. And I was excited. I was like, okay, let's go. It's Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Killed it. And I was like, nope, this sucks. And it sucked. Nothing was good. No, there was one... I lie. There was one scene that was good, and it was Kylo Ren with Han Solo's ghost. That was the only one that was good. And I was like, yes. And then it was garbage. They went on a scavenger hunt. It was so dumb. Oh, Chewbacca's dead. Nope, never mind. He's not dead. Haha, faked you out. Oh, also, Palpatine is also your granddaughter, even though we said you were a nobody in the last... It was so dumb. It was so dumb. They were trying to retcon it. I hated it. Sorry. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Adrian Fiverr. I'm a diplomat who's looking at retirement. I've taught in my sphere. Am I nuts for wanting to teach my first love history? Hell no. Dude, go get an adjunct job. Go get an adjunct job, Adrian. Like, go there, get an adjunct job, see if you love it. That's it. Do it. Do it. It did feel like fan fiction. It did. I hated it, though. Tim went to her. I don't care what he's trying... what they try to say, it's Ray Palpatine. So right with Dave Fiverr. This is a late trend. My girlfriend and I finished Game of Thrones recently. Oh, here we go. So one of your favorite character was? I love the Hound. My girlfriend loves it. Oh, Brienne of Tarth. God, talk about a swing and a miss on that too. Listen, there was a time where like everybody was like, oh, we're watching Game of Thrones. We're watching Game of Thrones. I would come into work, even as a teacher, and like everybody was watching Game of Thrones. Favorite character? Well, definitely ain't Bran after that. I loved Tyrion. Tyrion was a great character. Jaime was good before they destroyed his character development too. Arya was cool before they didn't know what the hell they were going to do with her. So Hound was great too. Yeah. It just like oh my God, that last season was so bad. The season before wasn't good either, but like that last season was so rushed. My favorite episode from that season was actually episode 2. It was the one before the night or the long night, whatever it was called. It was so bad. Oh my God. But episode 2, I was like, oh, this is good. And then they were just like, all right, kind of hurry it up. Get it over with. It was so boring. It was so bad. Everything was so bad. Stay on fire. I like how you teach history. Had a couple of history teachers who didn't teach. Instead, you read chapter, write questions and answers, then turn paper in. Yep. It's bad. It sucks. Those teachers suck. Again, I've told this story before, and I will happily tell it again. When I was teaching at an all-girls private Catholic school, taught there for 4 years, there was a meeting at the end of the year between the English department and the social studies department, and there was really no collaboration between everybody. And now it makes sense, especially there was no regents. You should be collaborating. Like, there's so much room. Like, I teach Shakespeare. You should teach Romeo and Juliet when that happens, right? Just boom, great. I taught every freshman my first year, every single one. I taught them, and I taught those kids how to write, because if there was anything you learned from my class when you were done, you knew how to write. because that was a skill that translated outside of my class, right? And that was something that I think everybody should know. It's gonna help you with college essays years down the line. It's gonna help you in every single class. And we're sitting there, and I just asked the English teachers, how many essays, just on average, do you have children, like the students, write in a year? Well, we write all the time. Okay. I'm just trying to get a sense so I know. How many essays? Well, I mean, like, could not give me... Then they start yelling. Then they start getting angry. Then they start getting defensive. And I go, I'm just asking for a roundabout number. I'm not going to go and check on it. I'm not going to look at your syllabus. I just want to know. Couldn't give me an answer. And the reason they couldn't give me an answer is because I knew that the kids were writing more essays for me than they were for them, because they sucked at their jobs. And my mom was an English teacher, so that's not a poo-pooing on English teachers. It was poo-pooing on some of the English teachers there. I was all about teacher accountability. When I got observed, I loved that crap. I was like, tell me what I can do better. Legitimately, tell me what I can do better. Please give me constructive criticism so I can do better. I love it. I love it. Hold me accountable, baby. Meadow, if I bring back Palpatine sort of undermine Anakin's story? Yup. That whole redemption arc. Jeremy, if I have a charity Lord of the Rings extended edition live stream, I can't show it because of copyright, but I'd just love to watch it. Giga Tour, what was worse, wasting Finn or Rey's development? Finn just became a joke. What did Finn do in the final? What did he do in the movie? Rey! That's what Finn did. That was his development in that last movie. So that's what that was. Slash and Firefly Scout, where it feels like the nightmare situation where Hollywood lets AI write movies. I can't believe actual people with brains made that movie. Yep. Right with a tour, Chewie, 3PO, Rey fake out deaths, Kylo story so trash. Yep. And Kylo Ren was the best part about that sequel trilogy too. And I was so excited for him to be the main villain in the third one. Lemwood Tour, every time I'm hyped for Rey's film, I remember Palpatine. Yeah, I think it'll be better because it can't be worse. But, ICUP. What a fiver. Would you have as leader, Optimus Prime or Captain America? A guy on steroids, and I love Cap, or Optimus Prime, a literal robot? I'm gonna go with Optimus Prime. Janine, wait, Tour. Have you had a chance to look at the VFW books? I took a look at them during the summer. I want to say it was like late July, early August. But I didn't get to do a deep dive in them. They're still stored away for right now. Brandon Fire, do you think Jefferson was right about the Constitution being torn up and rewritten every generation so the living people rule instead of the dead? I mean, that's what amendments are for, right? I mean, the whole thing doesn't need to be torn up, but, I mean, are things outdated? Yes. Very, 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 very much so. But again, like, that's why I was never interested in the Founding Fathers, the way I was taught it in high school, because they were like these glorified, put on a pedestal, almost like deities that are there. They're on your money. You see them every day. Blah, 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 blah. No, like, I want to learn about the person. I want to learn about the person, the time that they were in, how they were in that time, and, like, what made them so important. That is what is interesting to me. But yes, that's the whole reason for amendments. Could you imagine an amendment being made today in the Constitution? No. I cannot see it in 2023. Like, actual, like, politicians be like, yeah, let's make an amendment. Nope. Hope with Tour, the Force becomes FaceTime. Force time! Started Fire Last Jedi, I turned Luke into a coward, unforgivable. Made my all-time hero into a bad joke. Dude faced up against Palpatine. I spit on Johnson's shoes. So here's the thing. The way they, in my opinion, the way they handled Luke was a mistake. Yes, it was bad. It was really, really bad. I think The Last Jedi did some things that I really liked, though. The casino subplot was whatever. They did some things, like the throne room fight scene I thought was really cool. Killing off Snoke, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. It wound up not being. The problem ultimately, I think, lies with Disney. Because Disney was like, we're going to give it to J.J. Abrams, who's going to make A New Hope Part 2. Then we're going to give this to Rian Johnson, who I like Rian Johnson. I like a lot of his movies. We're going to give this to him and say, do whatever the heck you want. Then he did whatever the heck he wanted. And then Disney was like, oh no! And let's get back to J.J. Abrams, who's then going to make, 2 movies combined into one. It was just whatever. Meadow, Tom, since you're a wrestling fan, do you plan on attending WrestleMania in the future? Let the content go Colts. I actually might go to WrestleMania 40. I might go to WrestleMania 40. I kind of want to. Josh Fire, what's your take on the hottest political debate in Washington for UFOs, and do you even give a frick? Dude, there's aliens. Cool. Like, I'm all about it. It's all good. Like, right now, man, like, I went to the dentist today. Like, I have dental insurance because, like, it's just not worth it at this point. But, like, bro, like, I care more about, I don't know, like, people suffering than, like, aliens right now. Commentator, Ray! True. Damn, if I ever read the Star Wars Legends book, yes, I used to read those as a kid and into my teenage years all the time. That's how I knew. Oh my god. I didn't watch it yet, but he's in Ahsoka. Oh my god, because he was in Rebels too. Thrawn, that's what. Yeah, that's how I knew about Thrawn. Oh, those books were freaking awesome. And they're like, it's not canon. Though at a 5, second movie makes a hyperdrive a weapon, so why didn't they use an X-Wing as a long dart to take out Palps in the third movie? That's a good point. It's a good point. Riot Jerk cashes baseball cards with slave owners on them. Jesus. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I like the baseball reference, though. I do like the baseball reference. Yeah. And eBay Turret, what's the best neutral news in your opinion? Oh. Changes by the day, honestly. If you're trying to go for like more of like a centrist stuff, I mean, I have always told my students, if you're gonna watch anything, and nobody's gonna like this answer, I watch C-SPAN. Like, if I want to actually watch, like, if there's a hearing going on that I want to watch, I watch C-SPAN. And it's a pain in the ass, and it's boring as hell. There's, like, no commentary. But, like, that's what it should be for some cases. Because what the media... Let's talk about what the media should do, right? It's to inform. Again, should inform people. In which it takes an 8-hour hearing and it condenses it into like a 30-minute show where they can kind of make it digestible, right? Kind of like what teachers do. They take like what we're talking about and they make it digestible so the students can understand and comprehend what's going on, right? That's what it should be. The problem is like now it's so polarized and it's opinionated and it's all this other crap. So yeah, like I just watch it from the source. Like that I'm boring like that, but Eric would fire, do I care about the Logan Paul? Nope. Nope, could end it like that. Logan Paul, really good wrestler. He's a good wrestler. But no, I could not give a flying crap. Could not give crap. Sabrina, would fire. Oh no, I saw a ghost. Wait, it was the Broncos offense from last night. They did it. It was pretty haunting. Pretty haunting. Pretty haunting. But yeah. Local news, but depends on who owns the local news. Like, does Sinclair own your local news? And then you get, like, this is a danger to our democracy. Like, again. It's just, yeah. Yep. Again, it's boring, but it is. Where's Judy going? Dude, I don't even know who takes him at this point. Maybe the Colts? Maybe? Favorite movie series? Your dog owns the news. God, I wish. Start paying rent around here. Lord of the Rings might be... Screw The Hobbit. Lord of the Rings might be up there. Lord of the Rings is a really great series. Bad with fire. There are aliens that care about a bunch of grumpy primates that can't stop slaughtering each other. I don't want to know them. That's fair. Yep. Oh, yeah, exactly, LQ. The local news, like, again, that's what, like, a lot of people trust. They're like, oh, it's Dave the Weatherman. You go see him every single afternoon. But, yeah, it's just, that's it. So, Congo to fire, currently sick, needs some of the Grossi wholesome power. Which team with 3 or more losses do you think has the best chance to make a bounce back for a real run? All right, 3 or more losses. Let's see. Not the Jets. Not the Patriots. I don't think the Raiders. Chargers only have 2 losses. Bengals, they're 2 and 3. I think they're good. Texans and Titans, both of them could. Bengals definitely, though. Commanders will be better, but Rams, I definitely think the Rams could too. And then, like, potentially Vikings Bears. But yeah, I think, like, the Bengals are probably the strongest one for that. M-Dog would fire. Tom, would you ever do a Pokemon Nuzlocke stream or just a normal Pokemon playthrough? Would I? Sure. Will I ever? Because time? I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Patrick Whittenner, what's the most important historical event that you think gets glossed over in the current high school curriculum? That's a really great question, Patrick. I mean, let me just also say curriculums are very different depending on district, depending on state, depending on lots of things. I mean, the most important, in my opinion, event ever is the agricultural revolution or the Neolithic, because then we start farming and that's how society can be made. But that gets glossed over a lot. I'm just gonna speak from experience here. I think there's two that are sticking out to me. One is Vietnam, because in my experience, I have actually never been taught Vietnam until I was in college, because even though it was on the Regents, in high school they always ran out of time and they never taught it. Like, I didn't know about, like, Kent State until college. So that, because I think it's a very big cultural movement and kind of reflects what's going on in the time period, and that's just really interesting to me. And then I think something in, like, US curriculums that, well, depending on where you are. I think Reconstruction, from, like, the point of view of how things were going to go and then how things went, wound up determining how a lot of policies were set, especially in, like, southern states, which eventually, like, made their way up. So I would say, like, Reconstruction era, or you could even just talk about, like, the impact of slavery on the United States, because obviously there is, like, the moral humanitarian, like, atrocity that it is. And then you could also, like, look at, like, how that formed policies and views and mindsets, which literally created states. Like, look at Texas. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that it winds up, like, spilling over, and, like, whether it's, like, economy, like, and talk about different states and, like, what they did, or adding new states to the union. I think that stuff gets glossed over a lot. Josh Fire, it's bad to say the best centrist political news of Miss of Algeria and the BBC. They are, I missed the last part of it. Yet they are biased. Yeah, I mean, again, the best thing that you can do is consume news sources from all over, and again, just critically think about them. Now, is that an optimist view? Absolutely, because people don't have time for that. They're not going to do it, right? Like, I can't tell my students, be like, hey, every single night, you know, if you read an article, make sure you read, like, the opposing, because they're not going to do it. It's just not realistic, right? Not going to call home from work and be like, wow, I read this on this, so now I'm going to go read it on here. It's not going to happen. But yeah. Dennis Fire, saw AEW in New York a few weeks ago and distracted me all episode. Hey. Tyler Tour, less serious question. Favorite Pokemon? Kadabra / Alakazam. Jack Fire, going back to moving around teams. How's this for an idea? Shuffling entire divisions like AFC North because the NFC North for a few years. Be interesting. Would be interesting. David Tour, favorite player in history? No playing Packers. So no Packers players. Walter Payton is up there. Barry Sanders, though. I think, honestly, Barry Sanders is great. Barry Sanders is, like, yeah, he's one of the best. I do love Barry Sanders. We're not done yet. Last season left. Let's see. Meadowwood Fire, I'll be attending WrestleMania 40, my first WrestleMania. Hell yeah, let's go. Not like a mania. I haven't got 23 and 24 were the two that I went to. I had a great time. Yeah, I think I would really like to go to 40. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Question, movie recommendation. Trying to watch a new movie every weekend. Last two, I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once and Interstellar. Really like both. Sydney, have you seen Arrival? Or Whiplash? Those two I'd recommend. Those are two of my favorites. Arrival is phenomenal. Amy Adams is in that. Whiplash, also phenomenal. So, yeah. One of those. I've not seen Arrival. Okay, Whiplash, watch Arrival. Arrival, go in, watch, prepare to be broken. It's so good. It's Jeremy Renner's in it too. So good. Appreciate that, Andrew. Thank you. Right, Nix? It's so good. Whiplash is very, very good. Which Lord of the Rings character am I? I'd like to think that I'm Aragorn, but I'm probably like Merry or Pippin. Arrival is very, 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 very good. Rachel, you gotta watch it. I have it on Blu-ray. It's one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. Of all time. That's really good. I don't know if you've ever seen Blade Runner, but Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. Blade Runner 2049 is so effing good. And then you know what? I'm gonna pull out again. This is all for my my sci-fi fans here. It's a small movie. It's not a well-known movie. Hold on. Yeah. Where are you there? Hold on. Gotta find it here. Gotta be looking. Oh yeah. Trying to find it. Okay. Okay, no, can't find it on here. Hold on. Nope, nope, that's not it. All right. Well, it was a smaller movie that came out. God, when did this come out? Hold on, let's see. 2009. It has Sam Rockwell in it. It's called Moon. Moon is phenomenal. It is a very good movie. Very good movie. Yes! F9. Danae, yes. Yes. Prisoners is freaking phenomenal. Yes, I love all of his movies. Love all of his movies. Blade Runner is really, really good. But yeah, Blade Runner 2049 is really good. Moon is so good. Moon is very, very good. Agent Tour rode an unwavable wave like a champ. Eight. Moon is good. It was a really, really small movie that came out in 2009. I watched it and I loved it. I also love Sam Rockwell. It actually has Benedict Wong in it too. So, true story. Justin Tour, what if Tom Grossi was in The Office? What if I was in The Office? Like, what character would I be? I'm not enough to be Michael. I wouldn't be Jim. No. I'd be Angela. Star Tour, they live. There you go. Now we're talking. Prestige is phenomenal. The Prestige is very, 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 very good. Warehouse Guy? Dude, where's my car? Danae is one of my favorite directors right now, though. I love every movie he's done. You know what's actually... You want to watch a movie that's going to stick with you for a while? The second one's okay, but the first one, Sicario... Oh my god. Sicario is a phenomenal movie. They made another one like 3 years later, but it's a 2015 movie. Benicio del Toro's in it. So good. Emily Blunt is in it. Josh Brolin is in it. John Bernthal, the Punisher, he's also in it too. Jeffrey Donovan, if you watch Burn Notice, is in it too. That Sicario is so good. That dinner scene at the end... Luke, do not suggest that movie to them. Sicario is phenomenal. It is. It's so good. It's so good. Appreciate you, man. Well, thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you, and thank you. It is greatly appreciated. Soundtrack, yes, Daniel. The soundtrack is so good. It's so effing good. So, I'm telling you. I have not seen Ahsoka yet. No, it's on my... I'm not going to have a chance to watch it either. Uncut Gems is good. Yes, it is. Next one, have you seen Captain Fantastic? I don't think so. I don't believe so. Black Swan, yes, I've seen that. Yep, I've seen Black Swan. Yep. Sicario is really, really good. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend that. It's a different vibe, but it's very, very good. Gone in 60 Seconds, the Nicolas Cage version. My Eleanor. I used to watch that a ton. That was a good movie. Viggo Mortensen. I don't think so. I don't think I've watched that. Labyrinth, yes. Well, the Labyrinth and Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth is also very good. It's very, very good. Too Close to Fire. I know it's hard, but I used to live 2 blocks away from the creepy house where they shot externals for Don't Breathe. Appropriate, too. Nice. I love horror stuff, so... Yeah, no, Oh, hi, Mark! Yeah, no, I love horror. I love horror movies. movies. So that's it. That's all, baby. Folks, we made it for 2 hours. Whoa! Derek! We're at 20 for the house fun. Oh, you didn't miss it. Thought I missed Q&A. Never. My mom's got a new 4-week-old gato. What's your favorite B movie? Mine's Starship Troopers. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Starship Troopers is... That's a film, baby. That's a film. I mean, technically, it could be considered a B movie. Galaxy Quest is up there. I loved Galaxy Quest. B movie, I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. The Punisher with Thomas Jane. John Panette's in that movie, too. I love that movie. I love that movie. I'm doing my part! Benjamin, with a fire. Hey, Tom, got to see my favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future, on the big screen. What movie or movies would you like to see on the big screen? Ooh. That's a great question. I'd love to see Interstellar in IMAX again. I saw it twice in IMAX, but I would love to go see it again. That's how much I loved that. Salmon Fire, well, I don't think it's mentioned much of the consequences of conquest and past that later affect the future. Even now, look at Rome, Britain, and Russia. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Rome? The fall of Rome? Bruh. Bruh. Ethan Fire, going to see the Ducks play the Purple Incarnation. I say it tomorrow. Wish us luck. Ethan, you exercise those demons. Do it. Do it. Giga Tour, what movie do you love but afraid it'll be remade? Ooh. Ooh. Afraid that it'll be remade. So it has to be old enough that they would remake it. I would say The Lion King, but they already did that and ruined it, so... Might have been The Lion King. They already did it. They ruined it. I hated it so much. I hated the live action. Oh my god, I hated it so much. I despised it, actually. You know what? It's not really answering the question. I am terrified they're going to make a BioShock movie and crap the bed with it. Like, I know it's a video game that I love, but, like, that's what I'm... Like, I know they've been trying to make a BioShock movie, but, like, bro. Just don't. Sydney, thanks for giving me something to enjoy this year, because my team is not it. Maybe next week be the game for both of us. August Country, let's cry, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Spaceballs. They better not. That they would never remake that, though. Stern with tour Highlander. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I did see that got Monarch on Apple Plus. Yeah. Yeah. Casablanca. Yeah, it'd be bad. Justin Tour, how bad was the Obi-Wan series? I like the beginning and I like the end. The middle sucked. But I like I like the beginning and I like the end. So, I didn't even watch the Uncharted one. It looked whatever. The birdcage. Yeah, nobody touch it. Merchandising. Where the real money from the movie is made. Godfather remake. Yeah, don't touch that. I haven't even seen it. Don't even touch it. I know. I will see it. I know. I get yelled at every time. I know. Loki. Yes, I did watch that. I did watch the second episode. It was pretty solid. Pretty solid. Obi-Wan would have 100% been better as a movie. And you're telling me people wouldn't have come out and seen Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen? They would... BS. They could have made that a movie easily. Easily. They're turning a Joker into the musical. I'm actually interested in that. Like, let's get crazy. But Solo bombed. Yes, because Solo was like... Solo, to me, is the most 7 out of 10 movie, like, made. It is like, all right. I watched it. I was like, it's all right. I watched it on Netflix when it came out. I was like, all right. Like, it was nothing special. I was like, it's cool. Sure. All right. Don't know why it was made, but okay. I was like, why? Oh, Blazing Saddles. They'd never remake that one. Howard, hey, Tom, what's my Eagles' chance without Slayer Carter? You're going to be fine. You're gonna be just fine. Yeah, do not make Mel Brooks remakes. Do not do that. Do not do that. Yeah, Solo I feel like would have been cool as a series. They weren't really doing that much. Like, they weren't doing that too much yet. So, you know? 7 out of 10's being kind. It was just like, it was a whatever movie. I have watched Rogue One. I like Rogue One. Jaws, remake it. The shark wins. You know what? No. Remake Jaws, but the shark dies because of climate change. That's it. Then just leave it like that. Like, oh, he was eating all these people, but then he just died. All right. Done. The Real with a Fire, a guy who made the Obi-Wan show into a movie, did a solid job. There you go. There you go. They'll remake Rent. Of course they will. They'll remake it in like 10 years. It's fine. It's fine. Ate too much plastic. Jesus. Yep. I want to see them try to make Tropic Thunder. Like, try to remake that one. Try to make too much plastic in Jaws too. It's like, wow, the shark is really slowing down. What's the matter? Oh, there's a plastic bag over. That's actually, you know what? Here we go. Here's what you do. You have like those film studios that make like those super duper Christian movies, like God is Dead and all that crap, right? Have them make a Jaws remake, but it actually encourages people to pollute the oceans. Because what happens is they throw a plastic bag and Jaws, it lands on his face and gets blinded and he just goes into a wall and he just dies. And then they're like, see, plastic in the ocean isn't so bad. That's the lesson. Wayne with Fire. That'd be a fan of a bad team was one of the hardest I laughed at one of your vids. Love it. Let's go. Superbad 2 as all adult. I want Superbad 2, but they're all adults, but they're still in high school. No, it's the coolest non-Packer collectible you have. Oh, I have a yacht. Oh, it's Packers. Damn it. I have a Giannis signed Packers jersey, but I have a Giannis signed basketball, which is pretty cool too. Most hated fire, going to see Amadeus with the music played by Colorado Symphony before the Broncos-Packers game. That sounds dope. That sounds awesome. That sounds phenomenal. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to eat dinner. I already signed off, but I love y'all. I'll see you Sunday. Oh, also, there's a video coming out tomorrow, too. Iron Claw, the normies, they're not going to know what hit them. But I think it's going to be a good movie. But, folks, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. Video coming out tomorrow, the 5 worst teams in the NFL. I'll be streaming on Sunday. But thank you so much for watching. Almost forgot about edit it, Johnny! Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go. Woo! Also, I don't watch